Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Improving Mindsets. And, what's the station about? Helping us become better people, helping us, unlearn bad things or unlearn certain things that we might have, grew up with that are not really benefiting us, or certain things that we might have learned from the media that is, changing how we view ourselves, but not for good. Because if it's for good, then, it's a good thing, thumbs up. But if it's for bad, we need to realize it and, work against it so it does not continue to affect us negatively. So basically, this is what this whole station is all about. This whole, network, it's all about. So what are we talking about? We're talking about something that I noticed a few days ago. Let's say like a week ago. So, and it has to do with the male-female relationship. Now, when it comes to media literacy, the effects of media literacy are not just for just male and female. Okay, it cuts across children, the elderly, races, tribes, even our health, our eating habits, our spirituality, our morality. It cuts across a lot of things. But I, for some reason, because there's an attack basically on the male and female unison, I find that most of my videos are often aligning towards that, because that is something that really needs to be addressed most of the time, I find. So, this particular thing that I noticed. Okay, so I went out with a friend of mine, right? And it was this lounge. So we're together and stuff like that. And the Holy Spirit just moved me to just observe something about the couples that are there. Okay, so and I was really not in the mood to do that, but I just did. I raised my head up, right, and I observed the first couple and the second couple and the third couple. The three of them, they happen to be three. Okay, now there's one thing I noticed, something that really disturbed me, really, because they were together, but they were not really together. Okay, I don't know what if you understand me. They were not together. There was no unison between them. Really, it was just okay. Basically, all of them were on their phones. They were not on their phones. Were drinking. They were not really talking to each other or even trying to communicate with each other. And I'm just like, my God, how do you hope to actually build a relationship if this is how you are? So they are really there's something being done. I told you, if you watch my other videos, you understand that division is something that the devil tries to cause, and it doesn't just cause it in one day. It doesn't just come and snap and okay, separate. No, it's a gradual thing. It's a gradual damage. You need to understand this. Three couples, and none of them were trying to even really interact with each other like that. They're probably coming together maybe just for the purposes of sex. And maybe it lasts for a few months and then they're done. How can you expect a relationship to last if you don't communicate? Communication is key. It's literally the key. How do you expect that? Just sitting around, just nah. And this is something that's affecting our generation a lot, because we have been made to imbibe such wrong ideologies from the media, growing up in an internet age and everything, with technology and all that, all the movies you've been watching since you were a child, imbibing all sorts of wrong ideologies, all sorts of wrong mentalities, thinking that is normal. So we need to understand, you cannot build a relationship for a guy just looking at a girl's body, for a girl just looking at a guy's money. You cannot build a relationship based on those things. That will never ever last. Quote me anywhere. Because you are going into it for the wrong reasons. Those are the absolute wrong reasons. And of course, if you are going in for those reasons, maybe that's why you feel like you have nothing to talk about. Because if you really care about a person, you want to talk to them. You want to get to know them more. You will not just be sitting beside them like you both of you are logs of wood. So My God. We really need to readjust certain things. We need to unlearn certain things that we might have learned before from one way or another and relearn what is actually appropriate. You cannot have a relationship if you do not communicate. You cannot. Okay, right. This is also something I would like to add to this video. Now, there's something called Twitter Spaces, right? I'm sure you'll have heard of it by now. So sometimes I go on there to speak, educate people. And it happened to be this particular space. I did not create that space, actually. I joined it. So I was listening to some of the other speakers, and they were actually talking about relationships and true love and unconditional love and all that. So one guy was now talking about a girl that he dated, that but eventually fell in love with her and everything. But when he described when they met, this is the way he described it. Like, initially, I just thought I would smash and go. That's just what he said. Like, he said it even in a defensive tone. Like, almost as if that is what is expected. Almost as if that is the default. Like, so you are being made to actually embrace the wrong things as normal. How do you approach a girl just to sleep with her? Are you a demon? You are actually, if you've ever done that. Just know that. Servant ye are of whom you obey. So just know who you are obeying when you do that. And how do you accept to be with a guy just because of money? Servant ye are of whom you obey too. So all of you know where you are. Just, you need to unlearn certain things, because that guy did not just learn that. Eventually he still fell in love with her, didn't he? I think she was the one who eventually broke his heart or something. But that default of just out to use, that default of just out to gain something, that is very, very negative. That is very, very bad. We cannot coexist happily in unity if that is the way we are approaching each other. That can happen. One side or the other will become embittered. One side or the other will become angry. You cannot coexist peacefully if you approach things in that manner. So let us understand this. Let us gain wisdom, please. Because the male-female relationship is the root of all society. No matter how technologically advanced we become, let us have flying cars. It doesn't matter. The male-female bond is the basis of all society. And that's why the devil is trying to attack it so much, because he knows that if he should attack that successfully, then society is basically doomed then. Because that's the root. Everybody comes from a family, no matter who you are. You come from a family. And if that root is destroyed, then what else? So he's really trying to attack the family, trying to attack the union, trying to attack the relationship with everything he can. So we need to be aware of this, so we can mentally equip ourselves against it, so that we will not be so easily, influenced negatively. So may the Lord help us on that one. So this video is just going to be really short, because that was what I noticed, what I was led to notice, really, that led me to make this particular video. So have a wonderful day, everyone. Take care.